Every week the situation was getting worse and worse. Since I started working with SMT components, I was flooded with lots of bulky packaging. It was impossible for me to know what is where. Each time I wanted to make something, I had to reorder every component. Sometimes this meant waiting for weeks just for a single missing component. And yeah, this is not a nice problem to have, so I procrastinated, expecting that things will get better with time. But actually, they were getting worse and worse. So I decided to try this Box-All SMT component organizer. I also bought printer paper that is actually a sticker, and I could print QR codes on it. My old barcode and QR code scanner also came in handy. And of course, as you would expect, there is an Excel spreadsheet that later turned to a Google spreadsheet and is used as a database. The most important requirement of my system was to be extremely accurate. It would be an unacceptable waste of time if I had to measure each resistor because I don't have confidence of what is in which box. It took me several hours to carefully unpack 3,500 components of 142 different types. But here we are. This tiny box has all of them, and after 1.5 years, I'm now able to get rid of all this trash. As a bonus, everything is nice and tidy, and I can develop muscle memory, knowing more or less where the most common things are. Of course, the system is by no means perfect. It's a complicated process and I would love to simplify it. For example, I already dropped those QR codes. It seemed like a good idea, but it takes so much time and they're not that useful. Although this box up to now is perfect, it always scares me a bit that at some point something will go wrong and components will spill out. And then they go straight to the trash because there is no way that I'm going to sort out components I can hardly see. Also, the system is pretty much useless unless you have access to the spreadsheet, and it takes some effort and discipline to keep those synchronized. Finally, and of course that's the whole point, the packaging goes away, but this means that I cannot take those components and send them to somebody to do PCB assembly. But anyway, just the fact that one component goes to just one place for me is inviolable, and I can never go back to the previous mess.